David Goggins famously in one of his online videos was saying that if your goals doesn't scare you, then the goal is not big enough. I partially agree with that. Let me give you my story and my example. A few weeks ago considered running and preparing for an ultra marathon or a marathon. That's the point. And for me, when I think about running a marathon in my head, because let me give you another example and the more context, because once in my life I almost ran a marathon without preparation. Right now, if I see this, it was a bad idea, but that pain that I went through was one of the biggest lessons in my life. So I almost ran a marathon without preparation. I was able to sustain the pain. The pace was basically shit, so I ran very slow, even walking for most of the time, but I would do the distance of a marathon. And right now, when I try to imagine myself doing a marathon, I can clearly see this because one, I almost did it without training. So just imagine me, if I put this little training into it, I would complete it. The pace would again be shitty, but whatever. So right now, when I imagine myself running a marathon, it's easy. So let's go a step further. Marathon is around 43 kilometers. Let's go a step further. 50k. Would I run a 50k? Maybe, probably. It will be much harder, but maybe. 60k. Okay, things are getting serious. 70k. Wow, that's a fucking lot. And like when I imagine running 80k, 80 kilometers, I'm like, holy fuck. Like, holy fuck, how can you run for 80 kilometers? This is the goal that will scare me. So right now, I am running more, just this. I'm trying to build my aerobic base. I'm trying to get used to running, first of all, slow and shorter distances. As with everything, you should start slow and start. That's the point. So your goals should scare you. And also David Goggins said it famously, like, you are already training. So if you want to train for a half marathon, why the fuck would you train for a half marathon? Just train for a marathon. You are already training. You are already going through the pain of doing something hard and stepping out of your comfort zone. So there is something like this for you to consider. If your goal doesn't scare you, it might be not big enough. But remember, your goal mustn't be too big that it's not accomplishable. I don't know if there's a word like this. That you are not able to achieve it. Your goal must be precisely and perfectly in the middle. It mustn't be too easy and it mustn't be too hard that it's not achievable. And why it mustn't be too easy? Because when it's too easy, you won't feel like doing it and you won't feel enough motivation and discipline to pursue that goal. So try to make your goal perfectly in the middle. Try to nail it. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next video.